I played this Molly with no creative players.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play.
I got Paul George and KD and Bobo on the Pistons.
After the break, third quarter action in just a bit.
Yeah, we lost our first game to Halliburton now. I got Rod Dillingham coming off the bench. I got Money Bates. But yeah, to y'all need to get better at that shit.
Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Hunter in at small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Here's Garland. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out. Garland's gotten his second bucket of the game.
I really like that shot from Garland. Teams will give up the mid-range these days, so look, why not shoot it and make it?
Cunningham passes to Durant. Got it.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
And it's 6'10". Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
The free throw drops for Duren. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Now here's Mobley. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Clock at 4. Allen with a screen on Cunningham. Garland for 3.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Cavaliers trail by 7. There's the triple. And it's Mitchell. The miss. On the wing, Durant. Over Mobley. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 7 points in the game.
In the mid-range, Durant is deadly as ever. Easy money sniper, putting up a little silky jumper.
Allen finds Mobley. Hunter, a screen on Cunningham. Garland for 3. Knocks down the long J. He has 7.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now here's Cunningham. 13 points in the game.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Here's Garland. 8-point game. Allen, the pass to Hunter. Out to Mobley. Hunter, a screen on Cunningham. Garland for 3. And Cleveland another 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. Outside Schroeder. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 4 assists now tonight.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half. Coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
All right, now let's have a look at who was really dominating the boards last season. Number 5 is Jalen Duren.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Schroeder against Mitchell. Garland with a screen on Schroeder. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Out to the right wing. The 3 is up. From outside, Mitchell is good.
Whether he's initiating the offense or playing off the ball, Mitchell is equally effective.
Cunningham against Garland. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul of the game.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Strus, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Clarkson's checked in. That's tipped. Pass to Durant. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Up ahead. And Mobley throws it down.
What an elite athlete Mobley is, getting up. Off the ground effortlessly for the throwdown.
Detroit leading by 3. Cunningham looking it over. Now here's Durant. The 3. Yes, sir! The smooth stroke of Kevin Durant.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Pass to Mitchell. And here's Strus. The 3. Clarkson grabs a miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Duran with a screen on Mitchell. Durant with it. Now guarded by Mobley. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now an 8-point Pistons lead. Cleveland has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Mitchell. And again, it's Cleveland converting.
And this is what we've come to expect from Mitchell. So he is just a monster offensively.
But you don't have to make the meter, you don't have to feel it all the way to the top.
Outside. Kicks it out to Clarkson.
That little meter, you don't got to feel it all the way to the top.
Over Garland.
Yeah, you don't have to.
And it's Cunningham missing. Cleveland has got 3
Just stop it halfway, or yeah, right before you get to the top.
Pass to Strus. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. And now just a 3-point Detroit lead.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Durant with a screen on Garland. KD jams it straight down.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
Garland scanning the floor. Off target from 3-point range. The floater. The shot won't fall. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Pistons. Hunting for opportunities, leading to... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. We've got George. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Asar Thompson. And it's Bol in at the center position. Outside Schroeder for 3. George drills it from deep. And the Pistons lead by 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain the triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Down low. Kicks it out to Clarkson. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Pass to George. Launches it. Strus grabs the miss.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
To the wing, right side. Garland, the pass to Strus. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Getting better at recognizing when his teammates are open. Garland, great time right there.
Schroeder against Garland. Schroeder with it. Pass to George. Over Hunter. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
A different look for Cleveland. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Tyson. Mobley comes in for Strus. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Jerome. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any three they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Allie, thank you. Good work there as it goes.
He loves to show he's in control out there, and with that move, you can see how much control Mitchell has.
There's Cunningham with a three. The offensive rebound. The kick to Durant. Over Mobley. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And the Pistons lead by 2.
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Garland. George against Mitchell, driving to the basket. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Paul George. That free throw is good for Mitchell.
We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
Cunningham into the lane. Basket's good.
Not afraid of taking big shots. Cunningham rises to the occasion and delivers.
Outside Mitchell. Fires the three. On target from range.
Not many better late game right now than Donovan Mitchell.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. First, and that gives him a lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 2-point ball game.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
Garland against Cunningham. Hook loose. Ooh, Durant with a steal. Cunningham drives in. Ooh, Cunningham rises up.
Cutting apart the defense on the drive. Cunningham skilled at getting to the cup.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Garland against Cunningham. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got rebound number 7 tonight. Cunningham outside. Cunningham takes
easy.
it and puts it in.
Easy K Cunningham.
Cunningham is a very determined player, refusing to give up on the situation.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. 1:03 left in the fourth. Garland against Cunningham. Outside for Mitchell, and Garland gets doubled. Pass to Mitchell. Crafty move. No good on the layup. Cunningham against Garland. And Mitchell over to help. Here's Schroeder. Stolen by Mobley.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you need one bad, go to a high percentage shooter, and Allen is that guy.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
I'm not going to lie, that's big, making all of those, giving them a little bit more breathing room.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Mitchell misses.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Money. And now they trail by just 4.
Proving how coachable he is. Mobley, this man is building a pretty decent passing game.
The 3, Durant. Knocks it down from distance.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
So it's Detroit picking up the win, and they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Kevin, this was a huge statement win for this team. How satisfying is it for you?
It was fun. It was fun. We came out and played hard. Guys played together, and this was all that I expected, man. I'm glad that, we was able to get the win tonight. We're looking forward to the next game.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA present.
On the floor for the visiting Boston Celtics. At point guard.
So Shams, our NBA champion Boston Celtics. Last year, a terrific record from beginning to end. Could this be a dynasty in the making?
They have all the necessary ingredients. When you think about their top players, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, this is a group that's locked in for the long term. They have Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Al Horford returning. This is a team that has potential to win for the next 3 to 5 years, and that starts with having your key players and your top players locked in. When you think about the teams with dynasty potential in today's NBA, Celtics have to be at the top of the list.
Lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. White finds Tatum. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
A 3 of his own for Tatum. That is how you respond.
Durant up top, guarded by Tatum. Over Tatum. Durant, no good. White against Schroeder. And Holiday, here we go. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Great decision by Holiday to sprint towards the hoop for the high percentage shot inside.
Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost. Importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship. This year, I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
And Cade Cunningham earning every bit of those points, just driving against contact and still able to focus and finish.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. That sends Jason Tatum to the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant, and this is his first trip to the line tonight. So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Cavaliers.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Well, the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes, and less of a chance of super teams, and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron that we just talked about, all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax, and it's a whole other animal now to have the second apron. That certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least 1 or 2 teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
That is just fascinating. Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And Dillingham subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Here's Dillingham, guarded by Holiday. 1:24 left in the first quarter. Horford against Durant. Just 5 to shoot over Horford. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Durant's got 7 points.
Oh, KD just filthy from the mid-range, unguardable most of the time.
Holiday with the 3. Duran pulls it in. The Pistons trailing. Parks it on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Porzingis with the rebound. Austin's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. White looking around. Porzingis passes to Brown. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Detroit with the rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team. Here's George.
What the fuck was that, George?
Porzingis. And so what? Bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They defeated the Wizards in their last match.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
And going back and watching that game, there was not one spot on the floor that they did not own.
Here's KD. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. What a performance from Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and it has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Jordan Clarkson is out there with Dillingham. And it's Durant. Then it's Bol. And it's George in at the 3. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons.
And how about that show of confidence from Tatum? He really excels at playing above the rim and taking that one home.
Dillingham with the bucket. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, you can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and can start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. And so it's Boston with it after the three-pointer from KD. Horford has a wide-open look. And a miss there on the triple.
They got resurgent.
Missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing.
Coaching, front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big pay.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Bates is checked in. Thompson comes in for George. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Cunningham in for Dillingham. Brown finds Holiday. Brown against Thompson. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Holiday. Brown's got 5 points so far. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I take.
So connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
Brown, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
Cade with a great job just surveying the defense that time, finds the open man.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Holiday. And White kicks to Brown. He shot his scores his third basket in 6 tries, shooting 50%.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful?
Easy to see
why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk
Bro
to.
got what?
Yeah, it's all about relationships.
Oh, Twin got reduced to 130?
When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose.
Oh, I thought you said Bro got reduced to 130.
This is 3. over Porzingis. Breaks a big height.
Oh, wait. Who got this for 130?
Here in this quarter.
This story in the second
quarter
is much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
We'll see if they can finally
Wow, I was thinking about this shit too, bro.
Back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
And so Tatum nails them both. Pistons trail by 3. Cunningham looking it over. Porzingis with the block.
Well, Porzingis, the height, the reach, just overpowering.
Here's Tatum. What a performance for Jason Tatum. Has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much with JB.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Checking out Boston, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
Now moving on to the Boston Celtics and the close first half they played.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it hasn't been easy for them.
And that'll do it for halftime.
What game you on Call of Duty? I'm gonna hop on the hot this game.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in the game. It's been fairly even so far.
I got 2 more quarters.
Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
It's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
Holiday against Cunningham. Over Holiday. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Cunningham's got 9.
And I think when Cade keeps it simple like that, good things happen.
Here's Holiday. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Oh, he's checked in for Detroit. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Celtics second.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Austin with the ball after the basket by Detroit. Brown, no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Bull, a screen on Howard. Cunningham passes to Bull. And yes, it's good. Bull's got 4
I'm
points.
spamming ball right now.
There's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion
Spamming
of that?
ball.
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't
We're
just
down by
about how
one.
far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors.
Oh, this nigga Jason Tatum.
And from distance.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Bull, a screen on Howard. Cunningham finds Bull. Porzingis with the block.
And Porzingis showing some of those signs from early on in his career. He was a great shot blocker.
Pistons trailed by 4. Durant with a screen on Howard. Outside, George. Some solid defense from Brown. Celtics leading by 4. It is incredible that George is playing, Brent, at such a high level after his injury history is taken into account.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, one of the more horrific injuries in terms of the way it presented itself and what we saw Paul George go through. This guy has not missed a beat. He continues to be really the most stable part of any organization that he's joined, and he's been in a few places. That has not affected the way that he's approached the game on both ends of the floor, and is certainly still one of the top 15 players in the game.
Duran, he's checked in for the Pistons. Clarkson comes in for Cade Cunningham. And a change for the Celtics. Pritchard's checked in. Pass to George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Not afraid that time as PG goes right at the defense to make that play happen.
First trip to the line for him here. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Oh, Katie buries the 3.
Well, there's a nice answer from an operator in Kevin Durant. You hit a 3, you know he's coming back at you.
And Holiday kicks to Brown. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Celtics.
Celtic substitution. Number 4, Luke Cornett.
Going inside, and the shot goes down. Pritchard's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And the
Bueno, good shit in the shoulder.
3-point play chance right here on free throw coming up.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Well, Schroeder out there still hustling around. He uses that speed and some of his cunning to find those passing lanes.
Now here's Brown. 7 points in the game. Up and in on the layup. Brown's got 9.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
7-second difference, shot and game clock, and it's Schroeder missing. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. The Celtics have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
And Brown drops them both.
A fearless athlete. Jaylen Brown competes every single night on both sides of the ball. Something you want as a teammate.
Cunningham for 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Celtics lead. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Here's Tatum. George is out there with Thompson. Then there's Bull. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Cunningham in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Here's Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Hauser. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Here's Pritchard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Shot from the top of the key. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by George.
Yeah, Cade eager but not rushed that time, just jumping at the chance with a quick shot.
Here's Tatum. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups. And I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Detroit making a switch. Offense checked in. And Brent credit the Pistons fans for sticking with them after a tough season last year.
Well, Kevin, it's been a couple of rough years in Detroit, and never easy to have your team go through something like that. You know, where you're getting national media attention for not winning games, it's never a good thing. But these fans are loyal, they're hungry, and the future is going to be bright in Detroit, I promise you that.
And there's the frame being put to use by Tatum. He knows he's dangerous down low.
That one's in there. The Boston lead has been down now to just 6 in the basket from Cunningham.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to
I'm almost 3 minutes.
Capitalize and continue to be aggressive.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And clearly an important junction. He's going to have some choice words with his team. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Durant. Rebound, Boston.
We got
Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The kick out to Holiday. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Tatum wide open. He fires one. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Tatum's got the lead up to 9 now for Boston. Cunningham against Holiday. Pass to KD. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Holiday. Now Brown. And Durant sends it back.
Durant covering a lot of territory with his length.
A 3-ball. And that one's good. Schroeder.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
But both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Pass to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Bull. Tatum down low. Bull covering and a misplay. Here's Durant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Defense has to know Durant will not back off. He wants to get down there and be physical.
At the line for 2.
He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within 5.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the 4th. Drills it from outside. Cunningham's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Oh, from way outside.
Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
Paul George is checked in for Bull. There's a minute 34 left in the game. Cunningham against Holiday. Durant feeling it out a bit. Outside, George.
Oh, I'm sorry, bitch, bro. This shit don't know what's in the past. I'm gonna trade your bitch ass, bro.
Here's Tatum. It doesn't go for him. A defense that time from Duran. Pistons trail by 3. Here's Cunningham. Unloads. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's KD. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
You remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Duran with the screen on Brown to take the lead.
Let's go, Kate Cunningham. It's fucking
young star is bringing to this game.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
Sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. That crack when the pressure's on. He just seems
I give this nigga Jason Tatum whatever the fuck he's done, bro.
No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Ah, KD!
Another one of those.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
And so
fuck, bro, we lost about 3, bro.
This win, such a tremendous emotion. Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Oh. Paul George made one fucking shot, bro. I'm finna trade this bum ass nigga, bro.